is interesting to recall that this is where humanity first reached out into the stars.
Hello there, this is Tenn, and today I'm on Mars. I'm on Mars because today is the start of the Crimson Fleet quest. And I have been told to go and find a certain somebody here in Cydonia.
UC clings to its old ways. I suspect this soul system would be abandoned otherwise.
Our first stop here is to see a Sorsha Bowden and see what she has to say.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
I'm looking to unload a sensitive shipment.
And by sensitive, I'm guessing you mean something you don't want UC security sticking their noses into. I can probably help you with that. What have you got for me?
Take a look at this sample.
Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
If the Trade Authority is not interested, that says a great deal.
If you can't handle it, point me to someone who can.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
Does this work?
You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Just demand the extra credits up front next time. These games are juvenile and tiresome.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
A pleasure.
Well, that wasn't too hard. Importantly, though, she let us know that he was, in fact, Crimson Fleet. So I guess all we gotta do is go see Kemp.
Hey.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
I heard you might be able to help me move some cargo.
Oh yeah? Well, I don't know who the hell you are. So what makes you think I'm going to help you out?
Sorsha Bowden said you could help me move some of this.
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Cydonia heard you.
I'm tempted now.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
Who's we and us? I thought I was dealing with you.
You're a clever one, aren't you? Let's just say I have a certain influential affiliation. And leave it at that. Basically, you want that Aurora moved, I'm your guy.
No problem.
Right down to business! And no small talk. I like it.
I see no good reason why we should have any extra dealings with the likes of you.
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
How loud do you want this to be?
What do I need to do here? Write you an instruction manual? You can do this loud, you can do this quiet. I don't care. I just want my goddamn money, and I want this guy to remember who he screwed over.
That sounds an awful lot like loud. But alright, I'll get it done.
Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
Well, alright. Little debt collecting shouldn't be too hard. Though morally questionable, I'm sure it will be. Just gotta find Mr. Carl.
Something I can help you with?
I'm here to collect the credits you owe to Adler Kemp.
Adler Kemp? Who the heck is that?
I really don't have time to play games.
What? Play what games? You're obviously confusing me with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever.
Well, it's been nice knowing you. I'm sure your funeral will be lovely.
Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Adler, was it? Oh, wait. You mean that Adler?
Yeah, that Adler.
Sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else.
No, you didn't.
I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah?
I don't think Adler's going to be satisfied with that option.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Clearly this man has never seen how hard I can squeeze.
So, why are you hurting so badly for credits?
I'm a miner for Deimos. It's not what I was hoping for out of life. But here I am. Yeah, it's a lousy company. It pays me a salary. But I depend on the profit-sharing bonuses to keep food on the table for my family.
Adler thinks you spent all the money on booze.
Hey, now wait a second. Just because things are tough, and I might be spending my afternoons at the spear, it doesn't mean I don't care about my family. Adler doesn't get to judge me. No, he's just a low-life pirate who thinks he can push everyone around.
I'm tired of playing games.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money.
Is this really worth the risk? You could always make the money back later.
Sure. I guess I could ask for a 7-day shift. I don't know.
Come on, you must have some rainy day money stashed somewhere.
Well, I might be able to cash in a few of my Deimos shares.
You shouldn't have racked up a debt like this in the first place.
What? If I give you the last of my...
Alright, we do this the hard way.
Ah, no! Get away from me!
You are a welcome diversion. What do you need?
Yeah, Andreja, kick his ass. Wait, what? No, this is between me and him. Stay out of it.
Now we are having fun.
Damn robot. Wait. Oh. Security. This is not what it looks like. Is that the woman who just gave me the... She gave me this job in the first place, and she just came out here. Oh, boy. So, it looks like I'm gonna have to retry this really quickly. I can't exactly continue on like this with the whole station mad at me for shaking down one guy. So,
What game?
pay up. If not for you, do it for the sake of your family.
How dare you try...
Pay him now, get your revenge later.
Yeah.
You're a dead man if you don't pay this back.
Holy shit. You're right. Adler doesn't just want me beaten up. He is going to have me killed.
Finally, you get it.
Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of the debt. didn't have much of a choice.
Something important or just
Well, it looks like in the end I just had to be a little bit more hot-tempered.
Can you believe people used to think the nearby mountain was a face on the surface of Mars? Ridiculous.
Yeah, hindsight.
Doesn't look anything like
Speaking of, it looks like violence maybe wasn't the answer on that one.
equipment from one of those parts.
Have something for...
Yeah, it's all here.
There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message?
Oh, he got the message.
Nice. Nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates?
He means the Crimson Fleet. I mean, if you think they can handle me.
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. Alright. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Neva Mora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
It is a good day, yes?
Why, yes it is. That's not bad cash. I could use a few more paydays like that. Well, since it's the next stop, I guess it's time to go see this Neva person. See what she has to say about the whole situation. See if she's up for bringing me into the fold.
Job complete. Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once.
She doesn't have much faith in the man.
So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
Damn right I am.
You betting your life on that? Because the only way out of our organization is with a warhead up your grab drive. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead.
Consider it done.
It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
This Neva Mora, her words are measured and carry weight. She is not to be trifled with.
It's a little too much credit, Andreja. Alright, how can I be certain that Austin Rake is on the Ragana?
I've been tracking Rake for months. He's making it tough, not gonna lie. He changes his location and identity so often, it's costing me a small fortune just to keep tabs. But you know what? It's worth every damn cred. He's made me look like a fool in front of Delgado, and I'm gonna have his head on a pike.
Not that I care, but why do you want Austin Rake dead?
Rake used to run with the fleet. Hell, I'm the one who vouched for him in the first place. Back then he had a different name and a different identity. He was a damn good earner, too. Brought in a ton of creds. Everything was fine until he wanted out. So he ran. And nobody, runs away from the fleet.
Sounds like you should really reevaluate that 2-week notice policy. So it looks like we have our next stop and destination. Gotta go find this traitor and, well, wouldn't say bring him in, but, you know, bring his head on a pike. It wasn't exactly making me all too scared about leaving the Crimson Fleet, though, if all they're gonna do is send new recruits my way to deal with me. Hey there. You have a crewman on board I'm looking for.
All right. And what are your intentions with this crewman?
No. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to open your hatch, and I'm going to board.
Damn it. I do not have choice, do I?
No, not really.
Docking bay is open. Let's talk.
Alright, let's try to do this at least a little clean.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how the saying goes?
The gist of it, Andreja.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece.
Just tell me which one of you is Austin Rake.
That is not something I am going to do, not until you reveal your intentions. As far as you are concerned, I am Austin Rake. You want him? You're going to have to kill me. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about?
Austin Rake is a Crimson Fleet pirate. Kill him, and I'll let you go.
You are asking me to betray my own crew.
Rake means nothing to you. Kill him, and you're free.
It's true. I do not know him that well. And some of what he says is suspicious.
Rake is a pirate. He doesn't deserve your mercy.
I do not know who to believe. But you would not have come all this way if you were lying. Alright, I will do it. I've got no love for the fleet. And if Rake was one of them, my loyalties with him end. But, if I do this, you have to promise to spare the rest of the crew, and leave the supplies for New Homestead.
Deal.
Is that all it takes for you to flip on me, Dimitri? Unbelievable.
It is either you or all of us, Austin. I'm sorry.
Cut the crap and just admit it. You're a coward. You know, I almost bought it. All that crap about helping people and making a difference.
Oh, just shut up.
Dangerously low temperatures here. Keep an eye on your vitals.
There. And I'm a man of my word. And you are coming with me. What's left of you. Can't have a head on a pike without a head.
Damn mercs just know how to take a hit. Hey, Brooke, wanna help me with some target practice?
Oh, you are kidding, right?
Direct hit to their grav drive.
Well, this is why I got the ship.
Enemy's engines are offline.
Not exactly much of a challenge.
Target's jump system down.
And last one. You know what? Maybe I'll, take a closer look at this one. Well, I don't think that we need to go through all of that. You know how that's gonna end for all of them. After doing a little looting and shooting, I came back out because, well, mission dictated I needed to finish this last one off, and then, well, it's time to talk to Neva again.
faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate.
Austin Rake is dead. The Ragana is still intact.
Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rake's taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear?
Best decision you ever made.
Yeah? Last person who said that was Rake. So you've already dug yourself a hole about 6 feet deep. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Joining the Crimson Fleet is hardly a cause for celebration. But you have your reasons. So for now, I will allow it.
Andreja, you are not a prisoner here. You can get off at the next port. First, a quick stop. Evidently, I have to report in.
You met Archangel? That guy's a real cocky bastard.
We received word you boarded the Ragana. I don't care if Rake was with the fleet. The pilot and his crew were not.
That's why they're still alive.
Uncalled for.
Oh, don't give me that. Thought I'd be applauded for saving the majority of the crew.
I don't care how many you saved. I care that there was a casualty. We don't handle things around here by using murder as a tool. You've been hired to act like one of the fleet, but you can't get lost in the part. We still have rules that need to be followed. Understood?
I'm sorry, did you misunderstand the assignment? What if not doing what the fleet wants blows my cover?
The Crimson Fleet is motivated purely by material wealth. Bloodshed is typically a side effect of getting what they want. I believe you're fully capable of avoiding the need to take a life. But if it jeopardizes the mission, we'll evaluate when the time comes.
Well, the time came. And I heard you the first time.
Hearing and comprehending are two different things. Let's hope for both our sakes that you fully understand the situation. Now I want to make this crystal clear. You do what you can to stay in the fleet, but there is an ethical line we cannot cross. Do something like this again, and you're out. Permanently. But for now, we will continue with the briefing. Were you at least able to join the fleet?
Yeah, it does seem like I passed their initial test. Because I did what was asked.
Then it worked. You're in. As distasteful as your methods were, at least you managed to complete the job. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet.
What do you know about Neva?
The woman has a record that could stretch across Sol and back. She started young as one of Neon's street rats, and worked her way up to second in command. She's a force to be reckoned with, so don't underestimate her.
Alright, pay me so I can get out of here.
You'll get paid once I consider your report complete.
And we expect your reports to be thorough. Where the Crimson Fleet is concerned, no detail is inconsequential.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda?
I got the coordinates of the Crimson Fleet base.
Excellent. If you're heading to the Key, I assume you'll be meeting Delgado soon.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
What is there to know? He is pirate scum, like all of them.
Exactly. The Crimson Fleet is not a monolith. Any information you have on its members can only help. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the Key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
Well, finally. Because I really want to get out of here. I don't know what it is about that guy, but he has a very punchable face. First, though, they did give me some information. Might as well take a look at it.
Adler Kemp. Age 45. Hot-headed, competent, seasoned. Adler is a Crimson Fleet ship captain operating out of Cydonia. His hot-headed nature means Adler is easily provoked, which has gotten him into numerous scrapes. Despite this flaw, Adler is a seasoned ship captain, and in most cases, he can use his battle prowess to escape sticky situations. Addendum: as more information on Crimson Fleet captains is gathered, additional profiles will be added to Commander Akanda's office terminal. Delgado. Age 44. Clever, shrewd, careful, calculating. Originally hailing from Aquila City, Delgado fell into crime at a young age despite being born into wealth. His parents exiled him in hopes of correcting the behavior. Yet this only served to increase his criminal behavior, culminating in the theft of a cargo ship, which he used to initiate himself into the Crimson Fleet. Delgado is a shrewd, clever leader who isn't prone to rash judgment. He keeps a tight rein on the Crimson Fleet, but he's given his pirates enough latitude to do what they do best. Neva Mora. Age 32. Short-fused, temperamental, intense, incendiary. Neva Moore was born and raised in Neon and orphaned at a young age. She spent most of her youth getting arrested for crimes ranging from simple assault to grand larceny, and was a frequent visitor at the Sistef prison. At 22, she stowed away on a transport to Aquila City. She was eventually recruited to the Crimson Fleet.
She was eventually recruited. These vague and one-dimensional profiles weren't going to get me anywhere. I needed to go actually meet these people, and that meant heading to the Key. On the bright side, coming in, didn't look like anybody was still too upset about me taking on their entire fleet for a single ship. So maybe this would go smoothly.
You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
Oh, this is the sort of introduction I expect for pirates. Let's see how this goes.
From me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
It went poorly for him.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught. Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener.
And he just walks away.
Greetings, Captain.
The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something?
Why, did you miss me?
Please. It'd be one less sloppy rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need is another Austin Rake getting cold feet. You want to leave the fleet? You pay the price. Not in credits, but in blood.
Well, sorry I kept you waiting.
Never apologize. Not if you want anyone in the fleet to respect you. And if they don't respect you,
put a gun to their head, and they'll get the message. But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
I bet it really pisses the UC off that you're stationed here.
You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station.
It must be very embarrassing for the UC to be in this situation.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
There are some times when it feels like Andreja would be just at home here. She's in total denial.
So, the Key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, Lock, Key. Cute, huh?
Yeah, real cute. About what I'd expect from the UC right about now.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the Key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you, always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the Key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the Key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the Key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but, we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, Queen of the Rare Exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
If it's
On
hard
the
to
right,
find,
you've got
I've probably
Bradley from
got
the
it.
Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rake? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
That's the most clever security measure I've ever seen.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me, or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
I don't think I can make a sacrifice like that.
Whew, that's a relief. And here I was, worried that you've come here to eventually replace me. Get with it, Brooke. The only sacrifice you're going to be making is a portion of your credits to the fleet. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Dujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner.
Well, I found the cyberpunk references.
There. You're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Any other modifications I need to know about?
None. Other than my chest and arm modifications, I am but a simple man. Is the interview over now? Can we get back to work?
Yeah, time to make those creds.
The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
Sounds like we'll be doing a lot of business together.
If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say, so you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired. Oh, and you're welcome, Nev.
Yeah, mighty convenient. Looks like it's time to meet the big man himself.
The fleet's the only family you need.
Ah, there's our other new recruit. So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet.
After what Neva put me through, she better vouch for me.
If dealing with the Ragana was at the limit of your capabilities, then you have a serious problem on your hands.
I'm talking about the
You
Tor.
are already in too deep to quit. And I can promise you, it only gets more difficult from here. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself.
Got it, boss.
Boss? Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarol for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it.
Alright, maybe you should tell me more about Crix's legacy, then.
Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Systef.
Now, won't the fleet just become a larger target for UC's stuff then?
You forget the UC is still licking its wounds from the colony wars. They don't have the capability to mount a full-scale assault. And if they were foolish enough to attack, we would have the manpower to push those pendejos right back to Jemison. If we have Crix's legacy.
That's a little overly ambitious.
Only to a small-minded rook. You want to be content with your petty crimes? Go join a gang in Neon.
Well, I mean, because I blew most of your fleet.
Enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
Alright, looks like we've got our next destination. It's gonna be a little nippy, but you know what? I have a good feeling about this. Well, Come on, Andrasia.
If there is something I can do, please, say so.
Yeah, you can come along with me.
May you find favor in all things.
And find Crix's legacy. But hey, tune in next time. I'm sure we're gonna find something pretty awesome.